Hello everyone, this is Whitey, and in this video we're looking at Druid general abilities and talents. For what has changed, many all talents or specialization spells. Feral spec has been split into two different specs, a DPS cat-based spec and a tanking bear-based spec. Insect swarm and pulverize have been removed, and rage generation for bears has been changed. It's generated by some special attacks and consumed by others. Aquatic Form shifts you into Aquatic Form, increasing swim speed by 50% and allowing the Druid to breathe underwater. It protects the caster from polymorph effects. Entangling Roots roots the target in place for 30 seconds. Damage caused may interrupt the effect. Bark Skin, all damage taken is reduced by 20%. While active, damage will not cause spellcasting delays. It's usable while stunned, feared, asleep, frozen, and incapacitated in all forms. Faerie Fire prevents a target from stealthing or turning invisible and causes 3 applications of weakened armor. It deals X damage and has a 25% chance to reset the cooldown on Mangle when in bear form. Weakened armor reduces the target's armor by 4% for 30 seconds and stacks up to 3 times. Bear Form shifts into Bear Form, increasing armor contribution from cloth and leather items by 120%, and increases stamina by 20%. It increases threat generation and causes agility to increase attack power. It increases haste and critical strike from items by 50%, and protects the caster from polymorph effects. Allows the use of Bear Form abilities and sets 10 rage upon shifting form. Ferocious Bite for cat form causes damage per combo point and consumes up to 25% additional energy to increase damage by up to 100%. Refreshes the duration of Rip when used on targets below 25% health. Critical strike chance is increased by 25% against targets who are bleeding. Cat form shifts into cat form, causing agility to increase attack power. It is increasing auto attack damage by 100% and increasing movement speed by 15%. Allows the use of cat abilities and protects the caster from polymorph effects. Energy regeneration continues while not in cat form. And Frenzied Regeneration for bear form instantly converts up to 60 rage into up to X health. Cyclone tosses an enemy and target into the air, preventing all action but making them invulnerable for up to 6 seconds. Only one target can be affected at a time. Growl taunts the target to attack you, but has no effect if the target is already attacking you. Using this ability activates bear form. Dash removes all roots and snares and increases movement speed by 70% while in cat form for 15 seconds and does not break prowling. And Healing Touch heals a friendly target for X health. Hibernate forces the enemy to sleep for up to 40 seconds. Any damage will awaken the target. Only one target can be affected at a time, and only works on beast and dragonkin. Mark of the Wild increases a friendly target's strength, agility, and intellect by 5% for 1 hour. If the target is a party or raid member, all members are affected. Hurricane causes a violent storm in the target area, causing X nature damage to enemies every 0.93 seconds. It lasts 9.27 seconds and must be channeled to maintain. Maul, a bear form ability, mauls the target for 110% weapon damage, deals 20% additional damage against bleeding targets. Innervate causes the target to regenerate 10% of the caster's max mana over 10 seconds. If cast on self, the caster will regenerate an additional 10% of max mana over 10 seconds. Might of Ursoc increases current and max health by 30% for 20 seconds and activates bear form. Lacerate for bear form, it lacerates the target causing X bleed damage and an additional X amount of damage over 15 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. Each time Lacerate hits, it has a 25% chance to reset the cooldown on Mangle. Moonfire burns an enemy for X arcane damage and then an additional X amount of arcane damage over 11.12 seconds. Maim for cat form, it's a finishing move that causes damage and stuns the target, causes more bonus damage and lasts longer per combo point. Nature's Grasp, while active, any time an enemy strikes the caster, they will become afflicted by entangling roots. Mangle for cat or bear form, mangles the target for physical damage. Damage varies based on shapeshift form. It generates 5 rage in bear form and awards 1 combo point in cat form. Pounce for cat form, it pounces, stunning the target for 4 seconds and causing X bleed damage over 18 seconds. The druid must be prowling, and it awards 1 combo point. Growl. Prowl allows the druid to prowl around but reduces movement speed by 30%. It lasts until cancelled, and using this ability activates cat form. Stampeding Roar increases the movement speed of all friendly players within 10 yards by 60% for 8 seconds, and removes all roots and snares from those targets. It does not break prowling, and using this ability outside of bear or cat form activates bear form. Rake. For cat form, it rakes the target, causing X bleed damage and 5 times X bleed damage over 15 seconds, awarding 1 combo point. Swift Flight Form shifts into flight form, increasing movement speed by 310% and allowing you to fly. It cannot be used while in combat. Rebirth returns the spirit to the body, restoring a dead target to life with 20% health and mana, and it can be used in combat. Swipe for bear or cat form swipes at nearby enemies, inflicting physical damage. Damage varies based on shapeshift form. It does 20% additional damage against targets that are bleeding. Rejuvenation heals a target for X instantly and an identical amount over 2.78 seconds for 11.12 seconds. And Teleport teleports the druid to Moonglade. Revive returns the spirit to the body, restoring a dead target to life with 35% of max health and mana. It cannot be used during combat. Track humanoids for cat form shows the location of all nearby humanoids on a mini-map. Soothes the target, dispelling all enrage effects. Tranquility heals the 5 nearby lowest health party or raid targets within 40 yards with Tranquility every 1.85 seconds for 7.42 seconds. This heal heals for X plus an additional amount every 1.85 seconds. It stacks up to 3 times and must be channeled to maintain. Travel Form. It shifts into Travel Form, increasing movement speed by 40%. It protects the caster from polymorph effects and is only usable outdoors. Wrath causes X nature damage. Feline Grace reduces fall damage taken while in cat form. And Primal Fury for cat or bear form, gain an additional 15 rage every time you critical strike with an auto attack or a mangle, and gain an additional combo point every time one of your single target combo moves deals a critical strike. Symbiosis for level 87. It creates a symbiotic link which grants the druid 1 ability belonging to the target's class, varying by the druid's specialization. Also grants the target 1 druid ability based on their class and combat role. It lasts 1 hour and persists through death, cannot be cast on other druids, and the effect is cancelled if the target and the druid become too far apart. And those are druid general abilities and talents in the list of Pandaria. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.